So on today's episode of my podcast, I'm going to be talking to a friend of mine and my fellow Zumba teacher, Sabrina. She's going to be giving her highs and her lows on what it was like for during the lockdown, mentally, physically, spiritually. We're going to go through all of it. And yeah, we just hope that you will be inspired through this podcast. So, thank you, Sabrina, for joining me.
Hi.
Hi. So, yeah,
Thank you for
uh,
having me.
no problem. So, yeah, how has this lockdown? So, first of all, how has this lockdown affected you mentally?
Uh, this lockdown, there was quite a few lockdowns to be fair, but the first ever lockdown was came out as a big shock, and straight away I was devastated because I just realized I just lost my job, and I work with people, and I could I wasn't able to be with people anymore. So what was I going to do? But then it quickly, really quickly, how can I say, turn back
Yeah.
because I was able to do classes online. So my mental went down in a shock, but rapidly went back up. So for me, the lockdown, in terms of work, I was busy, I was working. So that was good.
So,
In terms of, yeah,
so, do you think that if you didn't, because for people that don't know, you're a Zumba teacher and you're a pretty good one at that one. So, for people
thank you.
that don't know, um, yeah, so you're a Zumba teacher. But like, if you
Yes.
didn't have the job that you had, where you could do your business online, do you think that would have put you in a more deeper depressive state?
Well, yes, definitely. But I think in the first lockdown, I was hearing people being furloughed.
Yeah.
So it was like some people, it was like a holiday and they were enjoying being with their family and learning things. So it wasn't too bad. So mentally, it was, let's stay strong, let's keep it together. It was sad for some other people who completely lost their job completely, because I know some companies didn't make it. But no, mentally, I was with my family, with my boys. So I have two children. So it was okay. A bit stressful with the homework, the schoolwork.
And so we talked about mentally. How did it impact you emotionally and physically?
Um, Again, emotion wise, I was very happy that I was with my boys because I knew some people were alone, and it was very hard. If I needed a hug, I had one of them to give me a hug, and I think that was important. So, and physically, yeah, I lost weight. I become fitter, and I was dancing every day. So, and if I wasn't dancing, I was taking somebody else's class because I had time to do it. I
Yeah.
didn't have to travel. I didn't have need a babysitter. It's just like, I didn't even have my sound on. So even if my boys were playing in the background, I could still do, I don't know, yoga class or total body workout class, whatever.
So yeah, I mean, cause for me, like this lockdown has been up and down. Obviously, I've been doing your classes when I can and
Mm,
other classes as well. But I
mm.
know that some people have during this lockdown. Obviously, the impact of that, how they said you can't be around your family, especially during Christmas and like some people have kind of lost their lives or taken their lives due to that. Now, I know that you are quite a strong person like me, but again,
Mhm.
if you didn't have that belief in yourself and that, I need
Yeah,
fighting,
I,
I need to do this, do you think you would have? No, I wouldn't say did. I wouldn't say. Do you think you would have like taken your own life? Would you still be the way you are now, or would you be more worse?
I think that if I was by myself, it would have been much harder. Definitely. I'm a people's person.
Yeah,
I like to bring joy. I like to laugh. I like to be around people. Um, Even though there is a video calling and all this, where we can see the other person. Yes, it was very sad that I couldn't just get my car and drive to France and see my mom, and that I'm just blocked, and then I feel like I'm in prison. And yes, I'm not going to take my life. No, I'm not going to take my life. I'm not come to this point, you know, of doing so. But I feel and I understand for the people who have done so, who felt like there was no way out in this situation, and they couldn't anymore because they've lost so much, whatever it is. So I know I'm aware of people who lost their life, or people either who because of COVID, or because they took their own life. And I know some people mentally are really struggling, especially those who already have a precondition, I would say,
yeah.
you know, that doesn't help. And yes, I am a strong woman, and I have a great family, great support, even though my family is far away. Again, thank you for the technology. Just talking helps a lot. And there's YouTube, there's videos, and there's all these things to try to keep up the spirits. But again, I like to see people. I like to touch. I'm a physical touchy.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a while ago, so you've got two kids, and gone from an environment where like they're always in school or they're always in some kind of after school club or whatever, to
Mm.
you seeing them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like there must have been times when you feel, oh my god, I just need some. I need some kind of
Again,
a respite or, you know,
no, I did. I had the respite. I had because it's bad that I used that, but I did it like many parents. The
yeah,
video games, it's all about right now. I would say the name is called Fortnite,
okay,
where many people will recognize, and the children plays this game, and I felt like a horrible bad mother so many times, but I had my little wind down time in my bedroom watching Netflix,
yeah,
or, being on social media, because my kids don't have social media.
okay,
And oh no, Calvin's got TikTok now. Sorry, he's got TikTok
okay,
now, but he didn't
yeah,
have before. I'm trying to minimize it as much as I can and as
yeah,
long as I
yeah,
can. But they have, yeah, Amazon TV and Netflix and all that. But they think is playing video games online with their friends, and they had that time to shout and scream and laugh and cry because they lost, and I did leave them play for quite some time because they were enjoying themselves, and I also had my quiet time, so I did have this little separation, which I'm breaking now, by the way, because we're not spending any more time
okay.
together. So I said, you guys need to play less now, you're back at school and all that. We need to go back to a normal, bit more normal life. Mm,
So, like, for
necessary.
anyone that is struggling with their mental health or with their physical health or emotional health, like, what would your advice be to them? How would you encourage them to speak to someone or to get
I
help?
mean, it's all. I, you see, I I'm not the one to give advice because I am not there. But having said that, what I would do to keep myself motivated and keep going. But don't get me wrong, I have my bad days. I have my
Yeah,
bad days.
yeah,
I'm down to the point that I don't even know what's going on with me. But eventually I pick myself back up and I
yeah,
think of all those good things that I enjoy, and I'm a positive girl. I that's how I am. So if you're not positive and to be like me, it can be quite difficult and
yeah,
not easy to understand. But if you're like me and sometimes you're down and you want to pick yourself up, good music, you know, a call to a friend or your parents,
yeah,
if possible. Um, Always exercise. Exercise is my life. Dance and
yeah,
fitness is my life. I love it. I've always loved it. So there's something that would cheer me up. And I'm religious as well. So
yeah,
going back into good prayer, deep down, and you and your God helps as well. And even though we can't be together and socialize, I think talking with others, seeing that we're not alone in the situation that we are, because every time we are in a situation and we think, man, why me? But you know what? When you think about it, it's either worse than you
yeah,
or there's someone that share the same situation right now.
yeah.
So talk, and try to be happy, man. Life is so short.
So you mentioned there that a while ago that you've got family that live in France, and obviously you didn't get to see them. So how did that affect you? Like, cause I know that like from talking to you, like I know that your family is very important to you. So not being able to see them, how did that affect you?
It hasn't really affected me in my everyday life because I live in England for uh 17 years now. So
Okay,
I'm I'm used to be away from them. And again, with the communication, call, video call, however, whatever platform I use, I can always be in contact with them and feel quite close, and be up to date with what's going on. And but it's true that it is sometimes sad, to think that I can't see them, but then I have my little one to keep me going. So again, I keep going. So yeah, I know you're gonna sound like I have no emotion. I miss them. I miss them, but it doesn't affect me. I'm not letting it affect me or bring me down. It is what it is. I chose to live here. They live over there. Therefore, I can't really see them. And look now, even with this COVID, even though if I wanted to even see you, I can't even go and see you.
yeah.
So yeah, even if it's your choice, your choice. It's difficult. It's difficult. Sorry, I'm touching rubbish now. Oh, talking is not my thing. Talking is not my thing.
Exactly.
Dancing, physical activity. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's me. Mm-mm.
Okay, well I think that's it. So thank
Fantastic. But
you,
I
thank
want to
you.
ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. I
Okay,
want to
all right then.
because
Okay,
I've always wanted to, you know, understand from your side.
yeah,
How do you say? Because you have cerebral palsy, yeah, and
yeah,
you the first day you came to my class,
yeah,
I was, very surprised that you were interested, but very happy that a woman with your condition wanted to
yeah,
try something as a bit of easy but complex at the same time,
yeah.
like Zumba. And you loved it. You loved it. And ever since, like, we're friends and everything. But how do you, because for me, I obviously there's certain move that you cannot do. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But how do you see the move? Do you imagine doing the move? Do you do the move? For you, do you do the move, or is it? I mean, how do you enjoy Zumba? How what does it bring to you? And yeah, go on, tell me.
So I've never, and I was taught from a really young age to never, ever, ever let my disability stop me. And
Hmm.
so because so my my dad he went into the army when he was really young. So
Hmm.
he's always instilled that army discipline where never give up regardless
Yeah,
of what your circumstances is, you know,
yeah.
never give up. It may take you a bit longer, but you will eventually get there. Um, Now don't get me wrong. There has been times in life where I did feel like giving up, but I've always been a creative person.
Mm,
So like I've always liked acting. I've always liked dancing. Even this podcast I'm doing, like
mm.
creativity just flows through my body. So like when you're
Amazing.
doing so when you're doing a move, I just try and emulate you the
Yes.
best I can now. Of
And you're amazing.
yeah, and now obviously because of my cerebral palsy, there's certain things that you do that I know that I can never do. So what I try to do is I try to think, okay, well, Sabrina's done that. I know that I can't do that. So let me try and modify it
Perfect.
to what I can do, and then yeah,
And that is it. And that is, pardon me, that's what Zumba is about. And
yeah,
people think Zumba, they have to follow each and in the there's move that our body naturally can do and can't do. But it's just fun to just dance together, and dancing alone is fun, but it's even more fun than dancing with
yeah.
everybody, right?
And I think as well, like, because I remember there was this one lady that came to your class, and I mentioned it to you. I think it was the Tuesday class, and she saw me, and she
Mm.
went, "Oh, are
Mm-hmm.
you sure you're in the right class? Like,
Yes.
can you do this?" And I'm like, at first I wanted to like, give her a little bit, but I thought no,
Of what you think, yeah,
yeah.
you wanted to give.
but then I
No, but
thought, but
you
then
were
I
you were
thought,
very polite. You were very
yeah,
polite with
but
her.
then I
Mm.
thought, no, cheat him up, let the Christian side come out of you first, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
after she saw me and she saw what I can do,
Mm-hmm.
and then I showed her the videos of me lifting in the
Yes.
gym, and she's like, oh, and so I that's what I like. I like giving people that. Oh, I didn't know you can do this. Oh,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
again, before where I used to live, in Tottenham, there's it's a corner shop, and again, I was going into a shop to buy something, and the man behind the counter was like, "Oh, so what do you do?" I told him what I do, and he was like, "Oh, so people like you actually work."
See?
And I went,
See?
and I went, yeah, and I went, "Oh, I thought people like you just claim benefits." I'm like, "Well, no, I've been working for the last 10 years. I went to university. I got my degree. I've been living
Mm.
on my own for like, well, back then it was like 2 years. Now it's like
Mm.
almost 20 years. But, I like to,
Yeah.
I like to, you know, and it's funny because people, they automatically, they don't see me. They
Mm.
just see the girl that's pushing the walker.
They see the disability. They
Yeah,
see the
yeah,
disability.
you
That's
know,
what they see.
And then again,
And it's because it's the society. It's you see, it's how the society is made,
yeah,
right? So you see somebody you see, well, yeah, like you say, because you're pushing the little trolley
yeah,
or because you have a stick. So straight away, this person can't do anything.
yeah,
But surely, if the person is coming into a specific class, it's either one to try
yeah,
or two because they are already member and they know what they
yeah,
know what they're doing.
yeah,
So why would this lady even dare commenting? Do you think you're in the right class? Because even if you're not, you're coming here to try out. Do you understand? So you have to have the same chance as everybody else that's coming
yeah,
to trying out this
yeah,
class. So some people mindset is
yeah.
still
And I
is the
think
same.
as well, I've noticed it's more with the older generation as well. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's with our lot. It's more like maybe people that are like 50s, 60s,
Yes.
it's
Yes,
more
because
them kind of, yeah,
back in the day, you were disabled. You can't do anything. You have to
yeah,
be there,
yeah,
and just stay there. But disability, look at the Olympics now, for
yeah,
example, Paralympics.
yeah,
30 years ago, never they would have thought this was going to happen,
yeah.
probably. But yes, I love it that you walk into my class. Thank you very much. I love your energy. I love your smile and your whoop whoop
Yeah,
and your hey hey. I love that when
yeah,
we're in the class, and I love that you push yourself as well, because sometimes I can see you're tired and you're like, no, I'm going to continue. I love that you have favorite tracks and routines, and I love it that you want to share to the world uh, about what you're doing. I love it. I love what you're doing. I
thank
love you,
you,
Chidima.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, no,
Little love declaration here.
I know. Super,
Because you're
super,
amazing. You are amazing. And your dad taught you well to never give
yeah,
up, go for your dream. And no matter what, it doesn't matter if you have, disability, mental or physical, just go for it.
yeah,
Do what you love and be surrounded by who you love, because love is everything, you know.
yeah, love and everything. And I can finally say that now that I've got a partner who is absolutely amazing.
Mhm. Love
And
is unique.
he is amazing. He's just, I don't want to give him such a big head, but yeah,
Yes,
he's amazing. So yeah, he's good. But no, thank you for doing this interview.
my pleasure.
I'm
Thank you.
going to edit it. I'm going to refine it. And then when I refine it, oh, if you can send me a picture of yourself,
Oh dear.
and
Here we go. Oh
I just,
dear.
I just,
A
I,
picture now. Oh
yeah,
my gosh. She just steal one from one of my posts.
what anyone, yeah.
And you just screenshot it and cut
All right,
crop, and
okay then,
I've got many pictures somewhere that you can steal.
okay then, all right then.
Mwah! Thank you, Chidima.
Bye,
Bye, gorgeous. Bye.
bye.
Thank you.